Imagine you are at a garage sale held by a man named Gary who claims to be a wizard. Gary is selling a magic lemon that he says will eventually turn into solid gold. He wants $10,000 for this lemon. You ask Gary how much gold the lemon has produced so far. Gary says it hasn't produced any gold yet. In fact, it has not even produced any lemonade. But Gary points out that he sold 5 glasses of regular water next to the lemon this morning for $1 each. Gary is trying to convince you that because he made $5 in sales, the lemon is worth $10,000. This is the wild world of the price-to-sales ratio. It is a way of judging a company not by how much money it keeps, but by how much money it touches. Think of a company like a giant hungry monster. This monster eats dollar bills. When the monster eats $1, that is a sale. But the monster has to pay for its shoes and its rent and its snacks. After it pays for all that, the money left over is the profit. Most investors obsess over profit, but sometimes a company is so new or so chaotic that it does not have any profit yet. It is just a very busy monster eating lots of dollars and spitting out nothing but expensive vibes. This is where the price-to-sales ratio, or the PS ratio, saves the day. It tells you how much the stock market is charging you for every single dollar that monster swallows. To calculate this, you take the total value of the company, which is the price, and divide it by the total sales over a year. If a company is worth $100 and it sells $100 worth of invisible socks, the PS ratio is 1. You are paying $1 for every $1 of sales. That sounds like a bargain. It is like buying a literal dollar bill for $1. But what if the company is worth $1,000 and it only sells $100 worth of socks? Now, the PS ratio is 10. You are paying $10 just for the right to own $1 of that company's sales. You are basically paying $10 for a $1 bill. You would only do that if you were convinced that next year that $1 bill is going to give birth to 100 more dollar bills. Let's look at a real-world example, like a hot new tech startup versus an old grocery store. Imagine a company called Zoomies that makes jetpacks for hamsters. Zoomies is worth $1 billion, but they only sold $10 million worth of jetpacks because most hamsters are afraid of heights. Their PS ratio is 100. Investors are paying a massive premium because they think every hamster on Earth will eventually want to fly. Now look at a boring grocery store chain. They sell billions of dollars of milk and bread. Their PS ratio might be 0.5. You are paying 50 cents for every dollar they bring in. Why is it so low? Because selling milk is expensive. After the grocery store pays for the cows and the trucks and the electricity, they only keep a tiny penny of that dollar. The hamster jetpack company keeps almost everything because their product is just software and dreams. The PS ratio is your hype detector. If you see a company with a PS ratio of 50, it means people are obsessed. They are treating that company like a celebrity at a red carpet event. If the company trips on its dress and the sales don't grow as fast as people hoped, the stock price will fall off a cliff. But if the PS ratio is really low, it might mean the company is a hidden gem. Or it might mean the company is a lemon. Not Gary's magic gold lemon. Just a regular sour lemon that nobody wants to buy. You use this tool to compare apples to apples, or hamsters to hamsters. You should never compare the PS ratio of a software company to the PS ratio of a steel mill. Software companies have high ratios because they don't have to buy coal in giant furnaces. Steel mills have low ratios because their expenses are huge. Comparing them is like comparing a marathon runner to a competitive eater. They are both athletes, but they are playing very different games. Always remember that sales are not the same as cold hard cash in your pocket. A company can have billions of dollars in sales and still go bankrupt because they spent $2 billion to make $1 billion. That is like running a lemonade stand where you buy lemons for $5 and sell the juice for $1. You are very busy, but you are also very broke. The PS ratio tells you how loud the music is at the party, but it does not tell you if there is actually any cake left in the kitchen. The next time Gary tries to sell you a $10,000 lemon because he sold some water earlier, just remember the math. Look at the sales. Look at the price tag. Divide the hype by the reality. If the number looks like the score of a professional basketball game, you are probably overpaying for a hamster jetpack that might never take off. Stick to the numbers so you don't end up paying $10 for a $1 bill and a promise from a garage sale wizard.